Hello, welcome back. More Assassin's Creed 3 today until I figure out what my actual schedule is. There's too much going on. So, no camera again. I haven't really been doing Assassin's Creed with the cam on, only because I feel like there's too much stuff happening. So, eventually I'll be playing a game where you get to see my wonderful face again. But where we left off, Connor had just put on the assassin's robes, so that's where we left off pretty much. We should be going to the present. Yeah. So we're playing as Desmond, and we're gonna see what happens here. I think we're in. Are we in New York? I don't remember. I don't remember where we're at, but we have to steal something from this place. So that's what we're gonna do. And since Desmond has the abilities of all the prior assassins through the bleeding effect and the animus, he's able to move around like this, so. Apologize for the background noise if you can hear that. We got dishes going, as per usual.
Oh, don't hold still. It's a lovely view.
Seriously, Sean? Fuck you.
So I apologize since the stream's been kind of like off and then on and then back off. Monday was kind of a rough day. Don't really want to get into it, but it just it's been like a year since some stuff happened. So I'm I took the day off. I just kind of focused on like myself and my family. So yeah. So we should be back on a regular schedule Monday, Wednesday, Saturday at 7 p.m. Depending if I get sick or not, so I might not be like talking too much here as well.
No security to worry about.
Not so bright side. The slightest misstep means.
Mainly because I'm still having like some coughing issues and things. But
Shut up, Sean.
feeling a lot better. A lot less sick, which is always good. If you notice a little bit down on my page, there is a link to my Extra Life charity that I am trying to work towards. Starting to become a little more active in the group, in my local area. So I figured, why not just try to raise a little bit of money
Almost there,
for
Desmond. Once you reach the top of the lit up crane,
the kids
you should be
during
high
the
enough
year,
to make the
aside
jump.
from
It'll be fine. Don't worry.
just my my normal
Well, you might want to
24-hour stream.
I'm pretty sure she was
So that's down there if you want to check it out.
Sean.
Joke. Joke. Or was it?
Do not remember this at all.
Jump when you're ready. Wait for my signal to open the are too late and you'll miss the building. Now! Open your chute, now!
Yep, do not remember this. Good job, Desi. How you doing, buddy? Ugh. I've also been working out a little bit.
That wasn't so bad.
So, you must be Desmond.
Oh no.
Not exactly what I expected. But I guess your kind doesn't have many options these days.
Who are you?
Ask your father. Now give me that.
I don't think so.
Look. I'm not supposed to kill you. But the boss man didn't say anything about fucking you up. So you got to the top. Oh!
I was a little anticlimactic.
So who the hell is Daniel Cross?
Believe it or not, he used to be an assassin. The assassin, the way I've heard it told, but it turned out he was a sleeper agent for Abstergo, programmed to infiltrate and destroy the organization.
How did he know you were there? We could be compromised.
They must have caught me snooping inside their network and sent Cross to see what we were after. If they were aware of our current location, we'd know. Though, I will say this. It doesn't bode very well for future expeditions.
I've set up some cameras topside. If anyone shows up, we'll see it.
I'd suggest you go see about finding a socket for that power source. Or we can return to Connor if you prefer. All the artifacts in the world won't mean a thing without the key.
I don't really like to do a lot of the present time stuff, even though it is Desmond. But I guess we should just find the socket and stuff now, rather than like do all of it later or be forced to do it.
In the beginning, when we thought we could be saved, we sought to face the sun's wrath and contain it. 4 towers would be built to pull her fury into this place and dispel it. But even with all we knew, with all we had, it would take too long. 1,000 years we could labor, and still the work would not be done. The first tower was never completed. The project abandoned. We moved on. But while we labored on other endeavors, a few returned. They thought to automate the process. Metal might finish what flesh could not.
Okay, so I guess I just like run around this whole thing looking for those type of interactions. Or not. Key. There we go. plot lines, plot lines, plot lines.
If we could not meet the sun's cruel embrace, perhaps we might rebuke it. Already we could generate fields to protect us in times of strife. But these were small and simple things. To replicate them on a scale the size of a world. We lack the energy to make it so. Half the world, they said then. It is better than none at all. We tried. Again, we failed. A quarter, they asked. Even this we could not do. A sixth, an eighth, a tenth, they cried. The answer was still the same. Perhaps in time a city might be spared. But it was time we did not have. So we moved on.
So basically what's happening is the sun, this is back whenever the sun was going to like flip its axis back in 2013 or whatever, 2012, whenever it was supposed to do it. This is the major plot line to the like the present day part of it, because it was a real problem that people are like,
Wonder what's inside.
holy crap, can this actually happen?
Only one way to find out.
So the threat is the sun is going to reach its maximum and send out these massive solar flares that's going to destroy the entire world. Desmond has, over the last 3 games, and the start of this one, is supposedly the only one that holds the key to stopping it, because he is basically one with the Animus and with his ancestors' memories. So that basically recaps everything that happened, that's happening in the present day section. You know, some other few things happened, like Kristen Bell's character was killed by Desmond, although Juno, that lady up there, she basically took control of his body and killed her.
What is a fact?
We're in Italy, now we're
Is it fixed?
in the Americas,
Immutable?
so kind of been all over the
Certain
world.
in its existence and only awaiting discovery? Or might it be changed? Here we learned the answer and thought that it might save us. They were used to command, to control, to own.
And these precursors control
But we
all
soon
of
discovered
the ancient
another
artifacts. So
When enough
you can
sat
have all
in
these,
thrall and were told to believe,
spear,
their thoughts
destiny.
took on form. What was imagined
There's a
became
bunch of
real.
other ones out there. And it touches on it
If
throughout
100 minds
the other
could wish
games.
away a wall or create a tree, what might 1,000 do? 10,000? More? Might we change the consensus and will the threat away? We resolved to send one into the sky where it might illuminate us all. Once placed, a sentence would be uttered. Make us safe. In this way, we would change the consensus. We would save the world. But it never came to be. We sent a dozen of them skyward, but there was no way to maintain control, to direct the beam, to enthrall the world, to speak the words. Though this was strange and dangerous, what we tried next was worse.
So they're in the desperate attempt to save themselves and the entire precursor world. So kind of think of it as like ancient aliens. basically summarizes the whole thing. So, if you've ever seen an episode of Ancient Aliens, you need to watch one just because some of it's hilarious. Other parts, you're just like, you feel like you become woke beyond belief. And what they're saying is, like, aliens were here before us. They're the ones that, you know, built the pyramids or gave people tools to build the pyramids and stuff. That is what the
Our
precursors
first
are.
instinct was to travel back, to change the past. But we could not find a way.
So they're
But
doing
forward,
everything that they can think
we
of to
could
try to
look
stop
forward.
this from
And so
happening.
here we sought to see beyond ourselves and know what was to come. First, we watched to learn if our work would succeed. But the answer was always the same. So we moved on to other things. But she remained. The one you call Minerva. In time, she too stopped looking, and instead began to speak. She called out across time, in the hopes that you might be saved. She hid messages where none might find them, save for you and those within this place.
Fascinating.
Shut up, Dad.
Tired of it. The cryptic warnings, the threats. Just tell us what you want!
But they are. We saw the Nephilim there. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. Imagine trying to explain all this to a 2-year-old, to a grasshopper. When they said the will of the gods was unknowable, they meant it. Literally.
I killed her, you know. I killed Lucy.
It was the apple, son. It was Juno.
I saw what she was. What would happen if I let her live? I could have stopped myself. I mean, there was a force there. But I didn't have to. I chose to.
Desmond.
Lucy was going to betray us and take the apple back to Abstergo. I saw the satellite launched. I saw them turn it on, and then... it failed. Whatever's on the other side of that door, it benefits Juno. We need to be careful.
The way that Lucy died was just kind of... it was unexpected, and to find out that she was kind of potentially a sleeper Templar the whole time, just like kind of, you know, took the wind out of the sails, because she was with you from the beginning, and the way Desmond like killed her pretty much, he really didn't have a control of his body. He's controlled by the apple of Eden, and one thing led to another, and he's right in her face, just stabbing her like he would any other victim of the Hidden Blade. So it was very surprising the first time I watched it, or the first time that I saw it. Like I said, I've played plenty of Assassin's Creed games. And I actually revisited a couple of them earlier. Like I got the Ezio collection. I played that for a while. Honestly, Ezio was he's the OG. He's the guy. Altair, I wish I could go back and do that again if it was remastered.
Good luck,
fixed a little bit, but yeah, Ezio is the OG.
These are troubled times. The already uneasy alliance between the Crown and its subjects frays. And behind them both, the Templars plot.
Now we're back to Connor.
Pulling strings and moving pieces. History dictates they seek order.
I do have to say, like,
But
I
how
like
are they affected
his
here?
setup
Who supports
or
them?
his look.
And what conspiracies have they already spun?
Like,
All
the
these
fashion in
things I must
Assassin's Creed has
determine.
been fantastic.
For only by knowing my enemy
Everybody
can I
always looks so
stop them.
cool and just put together. But we're gonna chug along with the story. a little
Connor,
bit.
spare a moment.
Of course.
Have a look.
What is it?
A Xingbao, or rope dart if you prefer. One of the many plans given to us by Xiao Yun to...
Sorry.
We'll have to work on this.
So the rope dart is fantastic.
Ganondogo.
Yes, my friend.
What brings you here? Is the village all right?
For now.
What do you mean? What has happened?
Men came, claiming we had to leave. They said that the land was being sold, and that the Confederacy had consented. We sent an envoy, but they would not listen.
You must refuse!
We cannot oppose this action, but you're right as well. We cannot give up our home.
Do you have a name? Do you know who is responsible?
He's called William Johnson.
Where is Johnson now?
In Boston, making preparations for the sale.
Sale! This is theft!
Kana, take care. These men are powerful.
What would you have me do? I made a promise to my people.
If you insist upon this course of action, seek out Sam Adams in Boston. He'll be able to help. What have you done?
When my people go to war, a hatchet is buried into a post to signify its start. When the threat is ended, the hatchet is removed.
You could have used a tree.
I mean, technically, all of that was, like, I mean, it is all correct. Like, they should, like, they were selling off land that nobody actually even owned. Like, they just did it. So that's kind of, like, a huge D move, in my opinion, anyway. But let's do a couple missions around the homestead, figure out what we're doing, and figure out what we're doing, get some unlocks. I mean, we've just done this, all of the story so far.
Kana, it has occurred to me that the times we live in will be looked upon by future generations with a certain degree of scrutiny, no matter the outcome. With that in mind, I think it valuable to record the goings-on around the homestead. A true log of how people lived during this time of transition. Something to help color the portrait. What do you think?
When I find a moment, I will try.
Very good.
Okay. So what does that mean? Okay. Okay, it's recipes collected throughout the world. Not really even sure what I'm doing right now. Let's find something to trade. Guess that's fine. I'm not sure. This one's a little weird. Let's check out what's next. A homestead mission here. We got some peg-leg stuff.
Bloody hell! Can you help me?
What's up, person?
Are you all right?
What do you think?
How did this happen?
Poachers in the woods. I asked them to leave. This was their answer.
Come on. We need to get that arm looked at.
What if the men who did this?
They can wait. Your wound cannot. You be able to make it to the house?
Yes. I think the ball took only flesh.
And what is your name?
Miriam.
Do you live nearby?
I don't have a home per se. I took to the frontier when I was a young girl. I've made my life out here ever since. Living where the land makes it easiest.
Not a common choice for a woman of the colonies.
No, it's not. But truth be told, it was this, the convent or the brothels. I prefer the open air.
Kana, what are you doing?
Those poachers need to be stopped.
Saw the scabs from my hunting blind. Get to that, and you shouldn't have any trouble finding them.
Use the rope dart if you can. Get familiar with it.
Rope dart is amazing. Up a tree and scan the area. You got it. Okay, so apparently you can't scale walls. For that. Assassinate poachers. Hold triangle while above target to assassinate them. He's dead. That's my favorite one. I know it's a little morbid, but like, it's just a cool way to assassinate people. In the game, in the game, in the game. 2 more poachers.
William Johnston's opening up some of that Mohawk land he purchased for free hunting soon. Might be we make a good haul up there.
I hear tell lumbering will be
So this guy has no idea. Give me all your stuff.
Hey! Where are you, fellas?
Shooting strangers in the forest, is that common hunting practice where you come from?
No.
Spare me! Go! Tell the friends you have left what happened here.
See, this is a good way to see the different types of assassinations throughout the game. It opens up a lot more options, and to be honest, the way this game plays and the way Black Flag and Rogue and all those other ones play versus the new style, so like the Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey, I feel like this is more of a true assassination game, not, you know, Witcher style combat. And honestly, playing the old Assassin's Creed way is actually it's a fun treat, because I basically grew up with the series.
Thank you, Achilles.
You are most welcome.
It's a good time. I'm having fun with it.
Why did those men attack you?
It's no secret this land is full with game. I spotted the trespassers en route to request permission to hunt here myself, and suggested they do the same.
The bounty of the forest is not mine to give. It is your right to hunt on this land, but I would appreciate you trading your surplus with the others.
Very well. I accept.